Brooklyn, we have a problem. Okay, so I was not going to continue. I was just gonna end up and wrap up the Surviving Disco with the Around the Way horrors, and then leave everything else for the books, poems, TV shows, whatever, right? However, I received a voicemail from him about roughly 2 weeks ago. Roughly, right? Maybe a little before 2 weeks, but around 2 weeks ago. And although I addressed it, like when I did hear it, probably like 48 hours later or something like that, 24, 48 hours later, and I listened to it and I heard it, I addressed it right then and there. But the reason for this video is because we're gonna do a lot of things, but what we're not gonna do is lie on JOYCE, okay? So my point is, if he was stupid enough, bold enough to send me that voicemail, that means this is the lies that he's spreading. And he's building his new victim with lies. He's filling up his new victim, his added victim, with lies. And why would you do that when I can destroy you with the truth? Why would you do that? Like, you should have told your whore, your new whore, like, nah, we just gonna leave her all the way alone. That's what we gonna do. We not gonna mess with her. Why do you think that you needed to send me a voicemail as if we had something going on, as if I'm that person she got to worry about? I'm that person that put you out. I'm that person she don't gotta worry about. She, them, they. I'm her. I'm the one that they don't gotta worry about. I don't chase, I don't run, I don't be where you be, I don't try to be. If I know you gonna be there, I won't be there. I'm not there. Like, for real, for real. And that's why I didn't show up to a couple things. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But so this voicemail, we have to address it because, like I said, if he was stupid enough to say it to me, this is what he's been doing. He's telling people these lies, and we're not gonna build on JOYCE with lies. So what I'm gonna do is add the voicemail. I'm gonna add the voicemail, and I'm gonna let you guys hear it, and then I'm gonna address it. Because although, like I said, although I sent the voicemail back and I addressed it, you know, you'd be angry, and I was talking back, and I was, but you know how when you hang up or you finish an argument or whatever have you, you be like, damn, I should have said this. Damn, I left that out. Damn, I left this out, and X, Y, and Z. So that's pretty much what happened, right? I left a lot of truth and facts out, although I hit truths and facts in my voicemail. I just want to add to what I did say. Because God has given me the authority to stomp on scorpions, snakes in the grass, all that. And we're gonna do a lot of things, but we're not playing the lion on JOYCE and building your fake shit, whether it's a friendship, relationship, your fakeness on me. That is what we're not gonna do. So this has to be addressed publicly. And first, I'm gonna let y'all hear his voicemail, because it was crazy. Like, hey, listen, it was crazy.
Yeah, I was trying to not do this messy shit on social media. But you on there calling Surviving Disco, calling me Robin like I'm R. Kelly, fuck with little girls. If I fuck with little girls, put the name out there. Put it out there so the people can know. And then giving you a chance to cut that bullshit out because you was a little girl. Starfather was a grown-ass man when you was a little girl. That's R. Kelly. Them grown niggas in your family that was raping you, R. Kelly niggas. And I don't want to do this because this is embarrassing. It make us both look crazy. But you keep putting this shit on social media and it's not making me mad. It's just making me think you crazy. And I'll put the fucking truth out. Because R. Kelly was fucking little girls and pissing on little girls. So if you got that on me, put that out there. Stop holding names. Stop holding names. Stop doing all that fake shit. Just keep it a buck and say what you say. Because my shit is the truth. I remember everything you told me. Down to your cousin trying to holler at you. Fake brothers trying to holler at you. Everything. I don't forget nothing. You talking about I'm holding something 26 years ago. Your whole shit is about our history. You keep talking about whores. I'm with one female. Her name is Lisa. She don't got nothing to do with this. Actually, she don't even want me to get involved in this stupid shit with you. But I just had to let you know. I don't do all that long texting. I just say this shit. You know what I mean?
You know, you done messed up, right? You messed up, nigga. You dropped the beer. You said you dropped the beer at 11 o'clock. You said you dropped the beer at 11:15. You know you done messed up, right? Because you said you dropped the beer at 12:30. You know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right? Because my name ain't Joyce if I don't address you and your whores, okay?
Now listen to me, you little bitch.
Listen, little bitch.
I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions and I want some real simple answers.
That's it.
You understand?
Understand?
Let me get this right. You bought the bottle of beer about 11:15?
I bought the beer and I accidentally dropped it.
You bought the bottle of beer at 11:15?
At 11:15. 11:15.
Then why wasn't the bottle cleaned up? Why did we find it still there, spilled on the floor after the shoot?
After we was leaving, after I left, other people was coming in. When we was leaving.
But you don't remember what they.
But they looked.
But you bought the bottle of beer definitely at 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was.
Now you see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
I know you done fucked up.
I
See what I'm saying?
I thought.
No, so you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
Now, I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna address it because, again, lies. And I can't understand why a person that knows, if you really knew me, you know I was gonna address it. Did you think I wasn't gonna come back? Did you think because I left that voicemail at that time that was gonna be it? When I'm making surviving disco videos, like, you couldn't think that I was gonna end it right there. Like, you're nuts. You're a fool. You done lost your cotton picking mind. Okay. So one of the things he mentioned was Star's father being much older than me. No. False. He was not. He was only about 3 to 4 years older than me, if I remember correctly. But it definitely was not over 5 years. So he's wrong on that. That's one. And also, he'd speak, or was speaking as if we had a friendship going on, or like we talked, or we was cool in that era. No, we wasn't. You was like in your late 20s messing with my 14, 15-year-old neighbor, who was then my child friend, best friend at that time in my life. She was like 14, 15. You was in your mid-20s, and you was messing with the teenager back then. And we're not going to sit here and make up stories and lies. That is what we're not going to do, okay? And you would see me when you was going to her house, okay? Because I lived next door. Me and you wasn't cool like that. We wasn't creeping. There was never nothing, all right? And as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, when I was pregnant with Star, shortly after, you got locked up or whatever have you. You was in jail, okay? Having those conversations with your boyfriend in the shower. Do you remember that? Because when y'all linked up, when you guys linked back up in the real world, in real time, and you found him on social media, and you went to meet up with him, link up with him, the only thing that he talked about was y'all conversations in the shower, which I found very strange. Waited for you to check the nigga, but for some reason, you would never check that nigga. Well, at least you didn't in front of me. Maybe somewhere down the line where one of the other whores probably like, yo, why he keep talking about you and him in the shower? Like, he could talk about the conversation, but he mentions the conversation happened in the shower. But anyway, that was you, not me, okay? Then he mentioned something about me being raped. Never raped. I was not ever raped, not ever. Okay, not by none of the people that he was talking about or referring to. None. Molested, yes. And all of these things are in my first book. And this is what I said to him. Like, how you think you're gonna tell my story? Like I told you something that I didn't tell my readers. Like, I keeps it 100, okay? This is the reason for this video. I keeps it 100. And there is nothing that I told him that I would not tell you guys. And this is the thing with people when they are close to you. Like, this is why other people would believe him. Like, oh yeah, because that was her husband and it got to be the truth. No, it's not. That part is not. And well, a lot of the things he said is not. Matter of fact, all of these things that he said are false. For some reason, he's trying to paint a different picture of me. I don't know why, nor do I care. But what we're going to do is kill him with the truth, okay? I was not ever raped by none of those people. And like I stated, I wrote about all of it in my first book, point blank period. Who did violate me was him during the marriage. Like, he violated. You raped me, nigga, you. And I guess because you thought I was your wife, like that was okay. No, it was not. The only person that ever violated me in that type of way was the nigga that I was supposed to trust with my life. And that was you, all right? If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it. If you didn't, you should have left this whole thing alone, okay? And furthermore, you was known as the rapist and one of the rapist people. I didn't believe it when I heard it, because I'm like, nah, like, why? But it was your own brother who said it, told the whole story, the whole entire story. And we was already together with a child by this time, and married, matter of fact. So, but he was the one who said it, okay? That's first and foremost. Second of all, I mean, I'm already on like 4 or 5, something like that. I'm not even on second, I'm on 4 or 5. But that's who confirmed, because I had heard it through a friend, but I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it, but I did hear it. Never wanted to believe it, but I did hear it until your brother confirmed it in your face, not behind your back. He said the whole story with him, you, and some other guy that wanted to, I guess, run a train or whatever, and she didn't want to have sex with you, and you took it, and then you put her out, threw her out. You confirmed the story, actually, but you try to make it seem like you didn't rape her, but you did, okay? So the only rapist that I know here is you, okay? That's another one. Then you try to mention my cousin, talking about me and him. He tried to touch me. I told you. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Like I said, what we're not going to do is build on lies. You're not going to lie on me. You're not going to make up stories on me. We're not doing that, okay? My cousin, the one you're referring to, is the one who actually was out in these streets, like I said in the voicemail, chasing these whores and with me, because of me, when they tried to violate me in my teenage years. Like, we didn't have those type of relations and situations like you trying to say and put out there. But you know who did? You did. You did, nigga. You had your grown cousin sitting on your lap. Like, who does that? And you was married. You was married and you already had a child. We already had a child. But not your wife. Your wife wasn't sitting on your lap. I'm on the actual porch, and one of who I now know to be one of your whores, her sister was asking me, who is that sitting on his lap? Like, and wondering why I'm not all upset and everything. I mean, I thought it was weird and all that, but I'm like, oh, that's his cousin. I know cousins ain't supposed to sit on each other's lap, but, and it was room. It was other benches. It was room next to him. Like, she could have sat next to him. There's absolutely no reason why a cousin should be sitting on another cousin's lap. And y'all both grown. So obviously y'all was kissing cousins. Me and her have gotten into it. And that's why we didn't speak. Like, throughout our marriage, we didn't speak, me and her, because I felt like y'all was kissing cousins. Y'all had more of a relationship than a family ship. Like, yeah. And this is the same cousin who robbed you for your whole wardrobe. Remember, I wasn't with you at the time, but you told me that. She robbed your whole wardrobe and robbed your mom's at the end, towards the end. Like, she borrowed money that didn't give back, so that's like a robbery, right? You stop speaking to somebody. It's like a robbery without a gun. That cousin, nigga, in case you forgot, okay? Like, we're not gonna play these games. And like I stated in my voicemail, I do have it wasn't Texas, the messages. I do still have the messages when I told her about herself, okay? Being your kissing cousin, because that's not what cousins do. Me and my cousin never sat on each other's lap. Me and my cousin didn't do things that y'all did, you know what I mean? You was like acting like you was creeping with her. Like, when she was around, it's like us three couldn't be around just certain times, because like you seen that I was picking up on things. Like, if I'm your wife and y'all doing things that husband and wife do, and you're doing it in front of your wife, it's like, what's going on? So you want to do these things with her without me being around. So that's the reason why she got checked and you got checked. But the fact that you want to bring up that me and my cousin is crazy, because everything that you said in this voicemail was actually you. Everything. Being older, messing with younger kids, because she wasn't the only one. She was not the only one, okay? Like, you raised your whores, okay? And the whore the new victim / whore that you just added, that you like, oh, she's the only one, that's, nobody cares. Nobody cares, okay? And the last thing I'm gonna say is, I was never ever one of your whores. I was never ever a side chick to nothing that you was doing. Like, we wasn't creeping when you had your whores and before we got together we was creeping. No, nigga. Although you want to make it seem like I'm the one that was creeping, like, we gonna make it make sense, because I need to know what we doing. What we doing. You know what I mean? Because you can't say you was creeping me down the block when you was messing with my friend, when you was like way 8 years before me and you got together. You can't say that you was creeping me down your block. You can't say you was creeping in my crib, okay? Because we happened after 4 years after my second child is when we did anything. 4 years after my second kid. It was not ever during, while, nothing. Okay? And as a matter of fact, I was talking to Jason when one of the times when you approached me, one of the many times that you approached me, and I was like, nah, like, this is my man. Actually, I believe that's why I had the dream about him, because I was like, if we ain't never break up, I'd never mess with him. I've never dealt with him. So I was kind of upset with Jason of the fact that me and him broke up, because I landed into you. I love my daughters. They're the best things that came out of that relationship. I don't regret them at all, but I do regret you. So, or him. With that being said, I believe that is the reason why I had the dream of Jason. And that's why he came to me, because those were the things that I was feeling around the time that I had that dream. So it was like him kind of sort of apologizing or whatever have you. So with that being said, I didn't creep on you. I didn't creep with you when I was dealing with him. What did I tell you? What I said? Nah, I'm in a relationship. I'm talking to Jason. If that should ever end, then maybe we could talk. We ain't never creep. I was not ever one of your whores. Not even after the marriage was over and you was out. We wasn't creeping. Because when it's over with me, it's over. There ain't no coming back and forth, playing around. None of that. None of that. Okay? So, we gonna do a lot of things. I'm gonna do a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things. But one of them I'm not doing is allowing someone, anyone, to build lies on me. That we're not gonna do at all. Okay? So, I think I'm done now. And I will continue with the last few horrors of surviving disco, the around the way horrors, that is. And then, like I said, I can't say everything. It's a 20-year marriage, so I do have a lot for books and TV that I have not spoken of, but I will wrap it up with a couple things. Yeah, and that's it. And I'm done. Thank you.